This episode of Android Weekly is brought to you by Full Sail University. The OnePlus 2 is unveiled, and from 4GB of RAM on the premium 64GB model to a Snapdragon 810 processor, 13 megapixel camera equipped with f2.0 aperture, optical image stabilization, laser autofocus, there's a lot to like about the OnePlus 2. You gotta admit it's missing some things though. Now let's start off with NFC. One trend that looks set to rise in the next 18 months is mobile payments, and NFC, near field communications, plays a crucial part in making this a reality. Unfortunately, the OnePlus 2 doesn't come with NFC built into the handset, meaning if mobile payments do become a major feature, the OnePlus 2 could be left aside. What's up with no wireless charging? Wireless or quick charging is a dual feature that we're seeing many companies adopt instead of a removable battery. While wireless charging is less widely adopted, it is becoming a standard in several premium flagship devices, and quick charging is proven to be essential in handsets that do not have a removable battery. Speaking about a removable battery, the case of a removable versus non-removable battery has been contested for many years, and Samsung's decision to avoid a removable battery in its flagship handset earlier this year saw the feature become even more contested. In the case of the OnePlus 2, the non-removable battery is unsurprising, given that the OnePlus 1 battery was also non-removable. But despite the slightly increased capacity, the lack of quick charging or the ability to swap out your battery may be a running concern for some. Now, this is not a concern for me, but I know some of you will be very disappointed at the lack of Quad HD resolution. With the OnePlus 2 aiming to challenge future flagships, the lack of Quad HD resolution may yet prove to be the difference maker. The better resolution would have delivered a more dense experience, 534 ppi versus 401 ppi. That would have prevented a challenge from other handsets in the same price bracket. Let's talk expandable storage. The cost for expandable storage only really applies to the entry-level OnePlus 2, which costs $329 US and has 16 gigabytes of storage as well as 3 gigabytes of RAM. While users of the premium version with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigabytes of internal storage should find the capacity plenty, users of the lower version may find the 16 gigabyte too limiting for daily use. Now let's get down to the bottom line here. Some of you will be very disappointed at some of those lack of features, especially the expandable storage. And let's talk about that. Many people will say intuitively, hey, why would you sort of gouge the pockets of your loyal users? Why would you poke them in the eye by not providing a 32 gigabyte option or expandable storage? You're just pissing off your loyal users. But the counterintuitive truth is really the truth. And that is that they're not just utilitarian devices, these phones. They're also fashion symbols. They are a sign of our social status, and we tend to buy the phone that best projects the image that we want to show to the world. And we're more concerned with that than we are with internal storage. Now, many of you will have known me for my How to Become TV and XDA Developer TV days, where basically I was interviewing software developers for a living, many of the best developers on the planet. And the thing that became painfully clear was that there was a serious gap between the theory and the practical knowledge that new graduates, new developers had. And that made it really difficult for them to actually make good products. And this is what our sponsor, Full Sail University, is trying to address. The Mobile Development Bachelor's Degree program, offered on campus and online, teaches students how to develop apps and utilities through courses that cover both iOS and Android development. All students graduate with multiple completed software products. And the Web Design and Development Bachelor's Degree program, also offered on campus and online, teaches front-end design and back-end development, along with coding formats, programming languages, and more. All students have hands-on access to technology from day one. They receive a laptop computer at an institutional discount, along with relevant software and tools. To learn more about Full Sail's web and technology programs, visit fullsail.edu/authority. Thanks for watching Android Army. My name is Jace. Love to connect with you right here on Google Plus or Twitter. I read all the comments, all of them, and I respond to as many as I can. Don't forget my brothers, my brethren in Android. We're working super hard to be your source for all things Android.